Welcome back in, news scamps. This is Newstower. We're running the New York Examiner. Last week we got Tompkinsville. We sold 98,500, just short of 3k. Sales 1,400 expenses. So nice profitable operation. We have pushed out this way to get the radio tower in Richmond, which gives us the ability to put down a fort telegraphy station. Cha-ching. 8 required for the next one. And let's see what the factions have to say to us. Look who dragged their sorry head back into the lion's den. Don't get comfortable. Sell 146,000. Get 250. Sure. Mafia. Print gruesome. If we fail, they'll send mobsters. One thing you gotta get through your tick skull, publisher. Whenever I ask you to do something, you'd better go and do it. That's exactly right. Do you know what's at stake? I don't like wasting good opportunities. Would be a shame to see a new and promising publisher vanish down these old sewers. Why do I feel this chair is used for beating people up? Show us you've got some stomach for gruesome stories. If you want success in these shadows, you can't look away. Now I'm going to hold off and accept that for 1 second, because I want to look at what you want. And what this one wants. This one wants gruesome. Now it's only 2 tags. That's nice and easy to achieve. Moving towards getting the legislative desk or the courthouse or the ad agency are all interesting things. But it's not like we need to just generate some influence. So let us... We want to run crime, sports and triumphant. That's pretty good. Oh, we're going to go here. We have a statement in the drawer. These are not easy to pull off. That's 4 ticks. No, it's not moving us in the direction of anywhere we want to be. We'll agree to the mafia as well. Going to pause at the start of the week. So we need some repair. Some mobsters did smash us up. We now have the ability to get 4 telegraphers, but we are very tight on space, so we are now going to get the next floor. And I think to pull that off, I think we are going to just lock, stock, move this operation up. And we can fit the door there. Perfect. So then I think we want to move the door to be here. Get you out here. Get some lights going. And then we're going to move this entire operation up. I think we don't massively care. Well, you guys... So it's not great that you're very far away from comfort. Let's hire. Anthony has skills. Edgar has skills. Edgar is... I don't think this is a trap. We'll hire the better person. Welcome in, Anthony. Then we need to improve the comfort in this area here. It's likely to be noisy. Well, give you a trash can. Everyone has one. Perfect. And then you need a globe. I think we need another world map. Or move the door over slightly so we can fit that world map in. Keep an eye on our costs. Then comfort, plant, toilets near the door, that's good. This area is cold, but nobody needs to work there. I want these guys near the door. And we've got some reporters. Are you better off being near this door? Some noise coming through here, so we do need to get another acoustic panel here. And a fan here. And then let's just get this up here out of the way. People aren't like just crowding around here. And we've lots of space now to grow. Okay. Don't need to hire anyone else. Oh, there is heat coming all the way down through the door to the front door. So that needs an air vent. Let's just throw one here and then comfort clocks. Let's just throw a few clocks in because they make people happy. They also deal with some of the pollution issues a little bit. And they're cheap. They're only 25 bucks. Okay. Let's run time on. Now, here's our paper. Let's get, most importantly, you restocked. You restocked. You. Now, new stories. Yankees hire a new manager. We can either take the sports gossip route or work towards this dirt with 2 tags. They're both negative, gossip and dirt. We want dirt, so we are going to take the top option. And we will send Josephine out to deal with that. That's been worked on. That's the news story. And this one is nearly finished. And we should be getting a 4th one going very shortly. We need more paper. And let's just load up our printer. So we're not having to steal paper from people at the end of the week. But all of our telegraphers have things to be working on. So Andre is nearly back. He's our best politics person by quite some distance. So we'll just wait for Andre to be back, which he's one of these two, let's be honest. There's Andre. Get him out down to the White House. Hoover forms new employment committee, winter employment plans. This sports story is nearly finished and Josephine can run up the next part of it. Back down to Washington, Senate stalemate. Now we are going to have to send somebody else from a politics kind of point of view. We'll send Reginald. Elaine is starting to suffer from concentration issues. Entertainment story out in LA. Stuntman dies on set. Oh my goodness. Jan Martin, see what you can do with that. Gruesome. We need gruesome for the mob. Development in the Hoover story. We'll just wait for Andre to get back and he can continue to develop this story. So I will strengthen federal activities, says Hoover. Senate stalemate. We can take the economy unrest or the defeat dirt option. We need to print dirt this week, so we're going to be printing dirt, so we might as well. Now we are in a better place to run down the economy part of the story, but we do have loads of time, so we'll wait for Reginald to get back. Ooh, loads apart. Okay. Well, let's get this one because it's a better story. Where's my boy Reginald? Thank you. Run that story down. New statistic story up in Minneapolis. More pilots needed. Now, this is something we're in a better place. We have Jan Martin. We'll send Jan Martin. We'll keep Jonathan back for society. So we want to get just lots of combos, and let's have a look. We have lots of politics. Oh, breaking story. Breaking story. Entertainment. Bit late in the week to get an entertainment story breaking on us. So we will start at the concert hall. We'll also head to the CBS headquarters, and we'll just wait for someone to come back to run up the radio station part of the story. Politics. Yeah, Josephine can just finish this story because I think we need somebody. Jan Martin, ideally. There's Andre. Andre is our best politics. I think politics is all done for the week, so he can run this. Statistics. More pilots needed. Soon there will be thousands of airplanes. This is the 30s, remember. Another statistics one here. And everybody's out. Okay, Jan Martin's back. Perfect. We are going to need to start hiring more reporters. 3 hours left. Oh, we're not going to finish this. Oh, we get it. It's after the time you can't send anybody on it, but entertainment is the hot topic. So let's just pause for a second. Okay, let's get somebody out on this. This is statistics. Johnson's starting to get tuckered out, so we'll just send Josephine out on that. And let's have a look at our paper. So, now, none of our entertainment stories are particularly great. Like, this story here is probably the most important story we have, because it has a silver tag. Or this one here. 4 tags with a silver. Lots of old news, unfortunately. So if we were to set up the paper right now, we would be looking at something like we'd be struggling, if I'm honest. So I think we need to prioritize this story here, because it has dirt and defeat. And oh, this. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is our best story. And it's probably going to stay as the lead. Is there any more alarm? Not really, but crime. I know you're last week, but there's gruesome. We definitely need to make sure we get a gruesome story in this week. This heartbreak story will be better. That's also old news. Okay, then just finished stories. Now we came here because it is statement story. So that statement story is running regardless, because it's the reason we came to this place. Now that satisfies everyone apart from the mob. So then they want gruesome 2 days. Where's my other gruesome story? I thought I had one. Here it is. Finish that story. Okay. Next week's politics story. Josephine, get on that. Actually, you're going to probably run that down so fast it's going to become old news. We're making progress on the gruesome. Yes, we can run a gruesome story. So I think we would replace this one there, which gives us your requirements, and then we're still looking for the fetus story, which is this one here that we're running down. That's gonna be tight. Heat. It's hot up here. Yeah, so I think we're going to put a wall in so that we can put a fan. New story, crime story, chance of injury. So we do... I think we're going to skip this. We're not going to take the risk. You're nearly done. You... Andre, run that down. Entertainment. Jan Martin, chance of a lawsuit. 3 lawsuits, that's painful. No ability to deal with them. Chance of injury again. Nope. There's our lawsuits showing up. Now, before we get to Sunday, let's see where we are. Defeatist story is 6 hours away from being finished. Perfect. Influence for finishing this one. 23 hours. This could be finished. Yeah, let's prioritize that. And last story of the week is a sport which Josephine can run down. So now it's about typesetting. 1 on the desk, 1 on the desk. Assembly, none, 1, none. Okay, we're in Sunday. Our 3 typesetters are all working. Only one of our assemblers is working. It's dark up here. Okay. We have enough paper in the printer. 392. Yeah. No harm in just having a run ready in case we need it. But let's just load the printer up. What is your malfunction? Let's give you guys a clock. And can your desk take a flower? It can. Wonderful. Okay, end of the week. So, we have the mobster's story. They want gruesome. We have no other gruesome options available. This story didn't get finished. Okay, so that's the mob. Deadly Street Bomb is staying in. Okay. Now we need to also get this story in, which covers the dirt. So we could put it in instead of this one here. It's replaces old news. It's still 3 tags, and it gets us 2 of the things we need for this week. We're definitely running the West Virginia's former governor dies. Because of the statements which we need for the week. And now these 2 have a politics match. We like this one because it's a silver story, but it is old news and risky. Now, this one didn't finish, so that's going to be a big story for us next week. So now we're just going to look at combinations. So there's 2 here and a risky. We don't need the heartbreak, so this story doesn't have to be here. Crime ideally, because it's the combination. But getting this story in is going to be better for us. I think we could run this story on the back page and increase our sales and get influence. And I think we want to get rid of this one. And now we're looking at combinations. So do we have any adventurous? No. Do we have any alarming? Not finished. So then I think we are just looking at total tags. So 3 tags, old news, is going to give us no combinations and get us 108. The silver story is the same. It's risky, so I think we want to avoid a risky story and ideally run a story. There we go. 3 tags, no risk, gossip, dirt, sport. It has one. It's got 1 combo. You've got 1 combo. There's no combos elsewhere. Society, economics. Investigative. Investigative and investigative, I wonder. So you're at 3 tags and a silver. Let's try this. So if we put you here, we drop there. But then if we swap, we have another page. Holy shit, I forgot that we have another page. Okay, let's lead with crime on the front page. One moment. Okay, here's how we've got it all laid out. Unfortunately, you're not going to satisfy the mob because I've realized they want 2 gruesome stories, and our second gruesome story is a day and a half away from being finished. We are going to still leave this one in here because the new crime story synergizes well. We are unfortunately printing several bits of old news. Now, we're going to lead with rival mob boss dead. Capone moves quickly. 4 tags. Investigative silver, risky, so we may get a lawsuit. Unfortunately, there's a second story on this page that also may generate a lawsuit for us. It would be great if I could avoid that. Unfortunately, I gotta make money. Now, how much, is the lawsuit gonna be worse than the risk? Maybe. Page 2, leading with Senate stalemate, economic gridlock. We are being held hostage by old conservative ideas, says Senator. 3 tags, dirt, and then we've got 2 other politics stories supporting, including a silver statement, which we need for Gravesend. West Virginia's former governor dies. Cement trust suspected. Contract steered to Cleek. And then on the back page that we belatedly remembered, we are leading with this: more pilots needed. Can we find enough pilots to guide them? 3 tags, including a silver investigative, and we get influence for printing it. Supported by 2 old news stories, unfortunately, but they are the best that we have finished. Led by a review silver story, slow jumps drags games, set shots miss marks, sports story. Second sports story, New York Yacht Club dominates, Royal Ulster Yacht Club outclassed. Oh, awful news, awful news. But we have gossip, we have dirt, we have defeat, and we have alarming. So we have ticked all the boxes for Gravesend. We are unfortunately going to unset the mayor a bit, the mob a bit. The paper has enough, so we will print it, Pete. Go! Ta-da! Not a record sales week for us, unfortunately. Like to be pushing up towards the 150,000. I actually washed my window once and it fell through. It was being held together by the dirt. This news has wrinkles. Getting criticised for the old stories. Unfortunately, that is how it does be. Earnings. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. 4,100 in. Got a district. Got 4 influence from the news items. I missed another one. I think it was the lead story. We're going to get another bonus. So you get the influence bonus for clearing a district first time. You get subscribers for satisfying their objectives. So it's worth going back to get the subscribers, but you're only getting the influence if you do it first time. And we get no credit for getting halfway. And we are going to get hit by some mobsters. Expenses 1,600. They have gone up. We did hire an extra telegrapher this week, so we have 3k in our pocket, which is great. Andre gains a skill point in politics. Brilliant. Vladimir becomes a better telegrapher. Jan Martin becomes a better entertainment reporter, and Reginald gets 2 skill ups. Great stuff. Fabulous week. We'll leave you there. Have a great one. Catch you next week. This has been Newstower. I've been Garner. You've been awesome. Catch you next one.